Damodred. The Aes Sedai who faced off against the Dark One has been inflicted with what is viewed as essential a curse, losing her capabilities to channel and connect with the light. She becomes depressed and almost disillusioned, but that doesn't make her lose her sense of purpose as she is actively researching old texts and scribes. It's how she learns the Dark One isn't killed but rather she set his left hand free, Ishmael. Also a prophecy that the dragon reborn would be announced at the Empire of Sand with a flaming dragon like a banner filled the air. This however makes her more distant from her ward, Lan Mandragoran, who worries for well-being but still sticks by her. Nynaeve Almera and Egwene Alvir are sent to live in the White Tower to learn and train their minds, helping them fully master their powers and become sisters of the Aes Sedai. There, Egwene is faced with feelings of self-doubt as she finds herself constantly comparing herself to Nynaeve, who is treated as more deserving than by the Aes Sedai than her. Thankfully, she makes a friend from a royal blood, next in line to be queen, Elaine Trakand. But Nynaeve faces a rather darker part. Being expected to be the most powerful of their generation of channelers. The Aes Sedai, in particular, Liandrin Gwirali from the Red Darshan grooms her into believing he is ready to be an appointed Aes Sedai and takes her to face a challenge which may kill her. She is faced with 3 challenges, each one harder than the last. All she has to do is come back out from the illusion. Her first challenge takes her back to her childhood where her parents were brutally attacked and murdered. She is faced with the choice to come back and leave her parents to die, which she bravely takes. Then there is the second, which is taken back to her hometown. But a plague has befallen its citizens and her old friends are dying. Some of them even blame her for leaving and she can't channel so she can't heal them. Just when friend asks her to stay with him till he dies, the path away appears and she again boldly leaves. Her last challenge however plays a trick on her and has he end up with the man she loves, Lan, ward of Moiraine. However, she doesn't realize it's all an illusion and spends years, which really is just hours, with Lan, has all her friends and births a kid. Sadly, Trollocs attack and murder everyone except her and her child. She then is offered the path back which she hopes will save her and her child, but when she crosses, she is without the child. This would forever change her. Liandrin Gwirali, who hides a secret about her dying old son whom she wishes to save, turns to the bad side and works for the Dark One hoping he will save him. On Ishmael's orders, she attacks Nynaeve, Egwene and Elaine, knocks them out and delivers them to the Empire of Shan Chan. But before she leaves, she frees them, giving them an escaping chance. Though Egwene is captured, while the remaining 2 escape. There she is tortured until she conforms to use her powers to serve the Empire. Perrin Ibarra finds himself on various journeys through the wilderness amongst other travelers and makes some friends while at it. However, all turn for the worse when him and his team settles at a village which would be unfortunate to be raided by the invader army of an empire, Shanchan, far away from their continents, led by their supreme who serves under Ishmael, the Forsaken Channeler, who in turn serves under the Dark One, a cosmological powerful sentient force. They force everyone to submit and kill anyone who doesn't. There, Perrin watches his friend die and ultimately submits to their rule. While being transported back to the Empire, he is saved by an old friend who teaches him about his lineage and powers, his ability to connect to the Wolfpack and see what was already done. He also gets a new wolf friend for the journey. On returning to the village, he sorta helps a prisoner, Avienda, who is badass at fighting, and she in turn helps him escape. Together they head for Shanchan to find answers. Rand Althor, after facing off against Ishmael, wanders the earth afraid his powers may lead him to hurt people. He settles at a town where he meets Selene, whom he spends one too many nights with. While he battles his mind and resists his powers, they grow closer. She even helps him get some fancy wine for the old false dragon still running mad in his cell. Eventually, he has to accept his powers, and even though he fears it will turn him to a monster. Selene OK, the other hand, does not fear his powers and confides in him. Why? Because she too is a monster. Lol. Her words. While she is about to feed on her host, Moiraine comes to the rescue and kills her. Though Rand is confused and distrustful, she convinces him to join her as they flee Selena, who Moiraine reveals to be Lanfar, the daughter of the night, the most dangerous of the Forsaken. Now chaos is unleashed as Lanfar chases after them, killing anyone who gets in her way. Moiraine manages to hide Rand from Lanfear, but she doesn't even have a clue on what to do next, and Rand needs to learn how to face his enemies and use his powers. Ultimately, Rand believes the relationship he shared with Lanfear was real and decides to meet her in his dreams, where they sort of come to a truce.
Finally.
Precise, even in their past lives, they were ex-lovers. It is at this point, Lanfear decides to betray Ishmael and save Rand, the Dragon Reborn, and she has a plan up her sleeve. Also, Moiraine regains her powers as Rand figures out a way to break the hold on her. Ishmael, on the other hand, has already set up his cards right by leading Mat Cauthon, who was imprisoned in the White Tower, where he would meet Rand in a town. His original plan was to make Rand join his side, but once he realizes that may not work, he decides to kill him and try again after his rebirth. He uses Min Farshaw, who has the power to see one's future and saw Mat stab Rand, to get close to Mat and lure him to Rand so the deed can be done. Rand does meet Mat, and a reunion is made. However, she gets too close to Mat and pities him, revealing all that is to happen. Mat is saddened, already feeling like he already failed his friends once. Mat tries to escape, but he is captured by the Dark One and brought to Shan Chan, who tries to make him touch the knife filled with darkness and chaos. This would make him want to be evil, but Mat outsmarts the Forsaken and escapes. Before this, Lanfear had already played her cards right, leaving Moiraine and her ward on the beach close the empire of Shan Chan, and taking Rand to the empire where he would confront Ishmael. Perrin is also on his way to save his friends, and so are the religious evangelists, who are angry at the empire for all the invasions and seek to wage war. The battle begins, and soon, Perrin is united with Mat. Egwene finds a way to break free and kills her capture. Rand faces off against Ishmael, and although the vision comes true as Mat mistaken stabs Rand while trying to attack Ishmael, Egwene protects him. A horde of channelers from the Empire on ships with their Supreme tries to suppress the powers of Rand. Moiraine crumbles their forces, setting Rand free. Finally, Rand kills Ishmael. The last prophesied that the Dragon Reborn would be announced at the Empire of Sand with a flaming dragon like a banner filled the air, as accomplished. In the last parts of the show, it's revealed that Ishmael had foreseen Lanfear's betrayal and set all the remaining Forsakens free. Things definitely about to get real in Season 3. Don't forget to subscribe and share with other movie binge watchers, comment your thoughts on the show, Wheel of Time, and like the video. Thanks.